Yoshimitsu's Flash. Let's talk about it. Alright, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about Yoshimitsu's Flash. What is Flash? Flash is the fastest move in Tekken. It is a mid. It is not a parry. If you think of Flash as a parry, it's seriously going to limit your use of it and understanding of it. So Flash is not a parry. Parries in Tekken do not have hitboxes. Yoshimitsu's Flash absolutely does have a hitbox. Okay, so this is a mid attack. In past games, it was a mid launcher. In this game, when you're outside of heat and in one sword stance with one sword out, Flash guarantees back 2-2, right? There we go. In no sword stance, it is still a launcher. It is slightly slower at 8 frames instead of 6, but you get a full launch of it and slightly more range, right? In no sword stance, I can be about here. Oh, a little closer. You got to be touching your feet. You got to be touching basically, and you can hit. But I believe in one sword stance. Oh wow, I got to get used to the buffed Tekken 8 range of Flash here. Is the range the same across? I doubt it. Anyway. The range should be a little greater in no sword stance, so just keep that in mind. What is Flash good for? Flash is not only a great counter hit launcher, if you want to think about it like that, but also a great way to lay traps in Yoshimitsu's offensive game plan. I'm going to go through some of the moves that leave Yoshimitsu at around a -4 frame disadvantage, which will mean our 6 frame, 1 sword stance Flash will trade with a jab, and you can kind of use that as a benchmark when you're using these traps, right? So I'm going to go into the move list, and I'll just have the move up listed for you so you guys can see it while I'm talking about it. And I will edit this in post so it's all nice and neat. Okay, first on the list we have down forward 1 and down forward 1-2. Both of these on block will leave you at -4. Which will set up our trap here. I'm going to go to offense. It's going to block all and punish with a jab. So if we do down forward 1 and Flash, we will trade with a jab. And we can get our heat engager here, just like that. Also, if we trade the second hit, down forward 1-2, these are what are called Flash traps, right? Your opponent thinks it's their turn, and you hit them with Flash trap. Now, if you're in heat, This will not work because the flash, even in one sword stance, is slightly slower. So this is something to mess around with when you're not in heat. If you are in heat, your frame disadvantage needs to be a little better than -4. You know, -2 to slightly plus, like +1, +2, +3. That type of range will be able to do a flash trap in heat or a no sword stance. Next on the list we have forward 2. This also puts Yoshi at a -4 to set up the trap. It's the same as the second hit of down forward 1, 2. It's the same animation. Forward 2, flash trap. We're in heat. But forward 2 puts you at -4. That's your third flash trap. Down forward 3, also -4 on block. Trades with a jab. Up forward 1, -4. Trades with a jab. Next we have forward 3. This is an interesting one because the initial pushback, although you're -4, the initial pushback makes it so flash is connecting, I think, with the later frames of the jab, or it might be slightly whiffing, but that spacing, this does not work. However, if we do forward 3 into Kensho, we're left at +3, and we get a clean flash, no trade, for 47 damage. Okay, so forward 3 Kensho, good to go. The next move on the list that puts us at -4 is while standing 1, 2, and that trades with a jab. Whoops. Another great flash trap is when you approach with Dragonfly forward 1 +2. This hits clean. Puts you at -2 on block. Oh, -1 if you're far away. -2 if you're a little closer. But this does not trade. It hits clean. Unless you're a little late. Leave that. This move here in no sword stance is a jump up forward 1 +3. This isn't a trap like the other ones per se, but when Yoshi's in no sword stance, he has a really good mix-up between his full crouch down forward 3, which launches on hit, and any of his up forward moves, right, or while standing moves, any of that. But up forward 3 will launch, and up forward 4 knocks down. You'll see a lot of times musician get a knockdown or something. This happened a lot in Tekken 7, but he'd be in no sword stance, and for Oki, you know, he would jump at the opponent. This covers a ton of distance. And also when you land, I believe you are in full crouch, right? Yeah, there's some crouching frames there, but you can immediately go into full crouch. So with this mix-up in mind, if your opponent knows about it, they're probably going to block and try and guess. But if someone tries to press out of this, and you're close enough, you can flash them, right? Anytime that basically you're touching their hitbox or their hurt box, or for layman's terms, anytime that you're touching their body right here, you can hit them, right? So this is just a tricky little setup. You can kind of jump in, pause, and then throw that out. And you'd be surprised how much you'll catch people with that. But that does it for the flash traps. I do want to say one quick thing, that Dragonfly 4 puts you at -4, but like the raw forward 3, Due to the spacing, flash does not trap here. So be careful with that if you notice that Dragonfly 4 is -4 on block. Another great use of flash is as a punisher, right? So if I set Kazuya here to do mid-high string, let's do down forward 1, 2. Okay, then we can play this. And we can duck the second hit and punish. Right. If you know the matchup that you're facing and you know where to duck during their strings, flash becomes invaluable. Yoshi, with a good player that knows how to place flash, is S tier. Most of the opponents that you fight, they're not thinking about this. They know about flash, but they're not used to having to deal with this, right? No sword stance, this works as well, and obviously launches. This also works fantastic at the wall, right? So if I bring Kazuya over here to the wall, it's going to take him a while to get here. Okay, we have Kazuya at the wall. This is a block punisher. If there's no pushback, you'll be able to punish moves that are otherwise safe. This move is -8 for Kazuya, so it's a safe move. However, for Yoshimitsu, it is not. And in no sword stance, this works as well, right? Let's remember this status. There we go. And you're getting a full launch, right? So excellent tool. Oh. Conversely, if Yoshimitsu has the opponent at the wall and he does a back 1 on counter hit, he can get a flash as a true combo. See that punish slide up down there in the attack properties? This is a true punish. So that's what I say. That's what I mean when I say that if you think of flash as a parry, you're going to be using this move incorrectly. I think when people imagine flash as a parry, what they're really picturing is flash as a counter hit launcher, right? Because of these flash traps, when the opponent is attacking, right, they're attacking into your active frames of flash. But unlike Jin's parry or Leroy's parry, Asuka's parry, none of those have hitboxes, right? You can't go up to the side of Kazuya, which, by the way, on the right side, this will whiff, but on the left side, this will hit, right? If Jin walks up to the left of Kazuya and does his parry, nothing happens. You're not going to get a mid hitbox here, right? This is also important to note, the side that this whiffs on and the side that this hits on, right? It hits on their right, your left. When you get knocked down and you roll to your feet, you roll side roll left, and your opponent is coming in on his Oki situation. If you side roll left, a lot of times if they try and meaty you, for lack of a better term, on your wake up, or come in with an attack on your wake up, and you've rolled to their left side, you can flash on their wake up. Okay, so I have Kaz set to Hell Sweep Us. We're going to try this out. See, we've tech rolled to the left, and we can flash him before he can get that next attack out, if we time it right. So just something to keep in mind, okay? If you tech roll the other way, you might not be able to get this. Let me try it. I don't believe you can. Okay, if he's waving into you, you definitely can. So keep this in mind on Wake Up when you're getting pressured. If you have an overly aggressive opponent, Flash on your Wake Up is fantastic. And Flash against Mishima Wave Dash is excellent too. So keep that in mind. Against Double Jin, Kazuya, you know, Jin's Wave Dash and Reina's Wave Dash in your face, hit him with that. Flash can also interrupt strings that have gaps. If we play this down back 2-1-2 from Dragonfly, we can interrupt the last hit. We can also dash up and punish this string, but the timing is really tight. Flash is also a punish for spring kick at, I think, any range, okay? On block or on hit. Okay? So, use this, right? A lot of people in yellow ranks, orange ranks, red ranks, they're spring kicking. Bait that out and punish it. A lot of times after you get hit with a spring kick, they will press their advantage. So on hit or block, just do it. I promise you, you're going to land it. I hope this clears up some things about Flash and how to incorporate it into your game plan. Go out and set these Flash traps on your opponent. A lot of people don't know about them. Once you get in the higher ranks and stuff, people know about like the down forward 1 and down forward 2 Flash traps, but some of the other ones I told you about, a lot of people don't know about this. So make them think it's their turn and trade with their jab. If you want to take Flash to the next level, you really need to start understanding matchups and strings and when to duck so that you can punish with Flash. I might try and come up with some character guides, like Flash guides for certain characters, when you can duck their strings and Flash launch them, or what you can punish against the wall. If that's something you guys might want to see, let me know. In summary, Flash is one of the most important tools Yoshi has. It is the cornerstone of his entire move list. And good Flash usage is what separates a novice Yoshi player from an experienced one. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you stopping by. I've got stance guides on the way, so keep a lookout, and I'll see you next time.